What's up, y'all? It's the blind bearded chef Zeke. That's me, y'all. That's me. As my apron say, I don't have any shades on today. People keep asking me, am I really blind? Yes, I am totally blind, y'all. I can't see nothing. I see totally black. So today, I'm making Oreo cookie cinnamon rolls. And I'm going to make them blindfolded for the people who think that I can't see. So I don't know what color my bandana is, but I'm going to cover my eyes. Let's see, I haven't put a bandana on in so long. Hold up, Cap. So I'm going to cover my eyes like this. Cover, make sure I can't see, make sure I can't peep. So tie this. I'm gonna make y'all some blindfolded Oreo cookie cinnamon rolls. Okay. One thing in being blind is that you gotta prep. I have everything in place what I need. I prep before I do recipes. So there I go. Totally blind. Definitely totally blind now. Can't see a thing. So let's see where I got what. So first I'm about to bloom my yeast. Y'all know when I do recipes, I call everything out to you all. So here go my measuring spoons. I need 1 teaspoon. This is my 1 teaspoon. In my bowl right here, I'm about to put 3 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Okay? So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this from start to finish. Y'all gonna see that blind man mad in the kitchen. Okay, to bloom yeast, you also gotta have some sugar. So I'm gonna put about 1 teaspoon. I got some sugar right here. I'm gonna put about 1 teaspoon of sugar in there. So 1 teaspoon of sugar, ginger. If you know anything about baking or bread making, which a lot of people don't, that's just me that be studying, ginger help bread rise higher. So I'm gonna put about, let's see, that's, I'm about to put a 1/2 teaspoon. About a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger in here. Right there. Just remember, ginger help bread rise. Okay? Hello, ginger. Okay, got that in there. So, maybe I got a spoon somewhere in my apron. Or my spoon right here. So, mix all of this together. And so we got 3 teaspoons of yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, and my milk right here is lukewarm. You want your milk to be between 100 and 115 degrees. You don't want it too hot, because you get it too hot, you're going to kill your yeast. Okay? So I'm about to stir this up. And in 10 minutes, this should be good and foamy to let me know that my yeast is activated. Okay? So what we making today? Blindfolded Oreo cookie cinnamon rolls from start to finish. Okay? Now, just let me just set that right there and let that bloom. Meanwhile, I'll be right back to get the other ingredients together. All right, y'all. Okay, while that yeast is blooming over there, I got it right there somewhere. Let's get the rest of our ingredients in our stand mixer bowl. So in this bowl right here, I boiled 1 potato for 1 cup of mashed potatoes. This is a plain 1 cup of plain mashed potatoes. Cause I make a potato bread for my cinnamon rolls. That's what has them so fluffy and soft. So I got 1 cup of mashed potatoes in there. In that 1 cup of mashed potatoes, I'm about to put 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, I've melted my butter. It's been cooled off. So that's 6 tablespoons of melted butter. I want all that butter in there. Give me all of it. I want every drop. Butter is expensive. Okay, so got that in there. See, when you're organized, how all this stuff can just come together. Okay, I need 2/3 cups of sugar. Where I did my sugar? Right here. Right here. 2/3 cups of sugar. Okay, got that in there. Put that over here. Let's put 1 teaspoon of salt. Where's my teaspoon of salt? I got it here, measured out somewhere. Right here. 1 teaspoon of salt. You gotta put salt in your bread, y'all. Bread is nasty without salt. Guarantee you it is. Okay? After I got that in there, I have that in there. What else I got? Need 1 egg. Okay? So, I'm gonna take my 1 egg and crack it in this bowl. Boom, no shells. 1 egg. Got a fork somewhere, so let's beat up 1 egg. Just beat it up a little bit, just to break that yolk up. Okay. Hold on, I'm blindfolded. I'm blind, but I don't let that stop me because I can do whatever you do in the kitchen. Yeah. Okay. So got that 1 egg in there. Nobody in my house with me. I live alone. My dog's not over here yet. My dog's at my mom's house. So I go get them soon. Okay, got all that in there. Now, just take your spoon and just stir this up just a little bit. Stir that up just a little bit. Let it all get acquainted. Just a brief stir. Okay. Now, got all the liquid up in there. Okay, got all that up in there. Now, right here. Oh, let me throw that eggshell over there. Right here, I have 4.5 cups of King Arthur's bread flour. And in my bag right here, I've crushed up 8 Oreo cookies. So what I did was I took the cream out of the cookies, I put it in a Ziploc bag, dipped my rolling pin, and I'm putting 8 crushed Oreos up in this flour. So that's 4.5 cups, 4.5 cup of bread flour, and whatever 8 Oreo cookies is without the cream, crush them up. Okay? So, you just take that. I can take my hand and just mix this all together. Okay? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour it right on top of my liquid. Just dump it right on top. Because our mixer going to do all the work. Okay, so we're going to have Oreo cookies in the dough. We're going to have Oreo cookies in the filling. And we're going to have Oreo cookie cream cheese frosting on top. With some Oreo cookies sprinkled on top. Okay, so all that's in there. All that's see. So see, everything that I had on here is gone. That's how you be organized. So I'm just gonna let this sit here, and when our yeast over there start foaming up, I can pour it in here, and I'll be back to show y'all the next step. All right, y'all, I am back. I'll clean my station up. Now look at this. It's been 10 minutes. Now look at my yeast. Y'all see how it's foaming on top? that means that your yeast is activated. Okay? If you was using instant yeast, you would have to do this step right here. But I always use active yeast. Okay? Active dry yeast. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to pour that right on top of this. Right on top of that flour and all the rest of these ingredients. Okay? I want it all in there. Okay, got that all in there. Now, I'm about to put this on Pearl. That's what I named my KitchenAid, my porcelain KitchenAid stand mixer. I got the dough hook on there, and I'm going to lock this bowl in. Now, when you're doing dough on a KitchenAid, it's best to do this on level 2 because you don't want to burn your motor up. So I'm about to let this mix up on level 2 for about 7 minutes. So that's level 1. That's level 2. And I'm gonna let this mix. So Alexa, set timer for 7 minutes. All right, 7 minutes. I'll be back to show y'all the dough. All right, y'all. Alexa, stop timer. All right, it's been 7 minutes. Let me unlock it. Let me show y'all this here. Look at that. Okay. So I take my, oh, that's a nice dough. Look how elastic that is. So I unhook my dough hook off of here. So turn it, there we go. Unhook my bowl, come on here. Yeah, I got this thing on here too. My bowl. Right here I have a buttered bowl. So get your bowl and put and butter it up real good. Now this is our dough. Y'all can see this right quick. Oh, I gotta get the dough hook out of here. But now drop that dough on the floor. All this hard work I done done. So get your dough off of this dough hook. Okay. Put that to the side. Now let's get this dough in a ball. I'm gonna show you this dough. Y'all see that? Look at that. Look how elastic that is. Oh, it smells good. I smell those Oreos in there. So I like to get the sides. I like to get all my dough off the bowl. And these are it's intact, but it's a very moist and sticky dough. That's what makes your cinnamon rolls stay moist. And those potatoes in there helps build up more gluten with the bread flour. Look at that. Y'all see that? Look at that. Get all my dough. Y'all see? It's sticky, but it's not sticking to my hand. Now I'm going to take this. Look at that. Now, if a blind man can do this now, come on, y'all. Y'all better get in the kitchen and start doing some stuff. Stop eating out so much and make your own cinnamon rolls and your own. Or y'all can pay me to do it. I'll make it for y'all for a small fee. Okay, look at this dough. Let me show y'all this dough. Right there. Look at that. Y'all see that? That is a good dough. And how you know it's a good dough? Look how elastic it is. See that? That's a good dough. You can stretch it. Look how you can stretch that. Look at that. Look how strong that is. And it's moist. Very moist. So, I'm going to take it, get it in a ball. So, I'll just go like this. Get in a ball. I smell those Oreos in there. Funny what 8 cookies can do. Okay? So, here go my butter bowl. So, I take it and I slam it down on the butter right there. Then I take it and I flip it back over that way. Right there. I take a shopping bag and I put over this. Okay. And I'm going to put it in my oven with the light on for 1 hour. So let me show y'all right quick. So y'all see what it look like right there, right? So in an hour, between an hour and 15 minutes, it's gonna be double in size. We'll be able to roll it out. Meanwhile, I'm going to show you all the filling mixture that's gonna go spread it on the dough with the butter. Okay, so okay, y'all, let's make this filling that's gonna go inside our cinnamon rolls. Okay, so let's start out with 1 cup of light brown sugar. Okay, I always usually make more than what I need, and sometimes I use it all, sometimes I don't. So that's 1 cup of light brown sugar. Right here is 1 cup of Oreo cookie crumbs. So what I did was I took 10 Oreos and I put them in my food processor and I crumbed it up. Okay, in there I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of flour. You put flour in your filling so it can stay inside your roll. Yeah, that flour will catch on to that butter. Okay, also want to put 1 tablespoon. I don't have dark cocoa powder. I do have some Dutch cocoa powder. I left my dark cocoa powder at my mom's house, so I'm going to go ahead and put this 1 tablespoon of some Dutch cocoa powder. Okay. And lastly, let's put some cinnamon. I don't like to use that much cinnamon. I just like to use enough because we all call these cinnamon rolls. Sometimes I don't put no cinnamon at all in this Oreo cookie filling. So I'll put about, let me see, I'm just measuring by hand. I guess I'll put about a tablespoon, maybe a little more. About a tablespoon of cinnamon. Okay, about that much right there. Okay. Take my spoon and stir all this together. Right here I have 1 stick of butter. I got 1 stick of butter. I'm going to soften that. And that's going to be spread on the dough. So right here is what's going to be our filling. So mix all this up real good. All right, y'all. Let's look at our dough. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. Let me show y'all. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Now, y'all see that pretty dough? Look at that. Let me show y'all. Tilt the bowl. Y'all see that? Look at that. Ain't that pretty? All right. Now, you're going to take your fist and we're going to punch it down. So you got to release all those gases out of there. So punch it down. Don't worry about it. It's going to re-rise. Punch all that down. I know. After it's so pretty, you got to punch it down. Okay, let's clean our area we're going to be working on. And y'all get to see what this strip is for right here. Y'all been seeing that strip right there? Well, that strip is there for a reason. Okay, let me get my cleaning. Just a little vinegar and water. That's going to be my little working area right here. So, write my area down that I'm going to be rolling this dough out on. And what I did was, I had my little niece come and do some measurements for me. So I rolled my cinnamon roll dough out 20 by 18. And I had to put a reflector strip right here. So from this edge right here of this strip all the way here is 20 inches. Yeah, 20 inches wide. And it's going to be 18 inches long. So from this right here to that right there is 18. So this is a 20 by 18. So this right here is a 20 by 18. Yeah. That's why that strip is there. But when I show y'all my cinnamon roll process and me doing different cinnamon rolls and bread, that strip is a guide for me. Okay, I got all this clean. Yeah, that strip is a guide for me. For my dough. So you want to take a little flour and put in your work area. I had a pastry mat, but I'm not using a pastry mat because I got this thing here now. So put that right there. Flour, put a little flour on that whole little square. Okay. That dough. I'll take that dough and just let it out on there. See that? Let it out. Let me put this pan over here. Okay. Look at this dough. Okay. So I'm just gonna sprinkle this a little flour. I'm gonna knead it for about 1 minute. Just gonna knead it just a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna knead it. Look at that. That's a good dough, y'all. Y'all see that? Look how stretchy that is. Just watch how nice the cinnamon roll is going to be. That's how you know that your dough is all right. Okay? Let me just knead it a little bit. And I'm doing all this blindfolded. Okay? So, that's good. Now, let this rest. So I'm gonna let this rest for about 5 minutes. When you let it rest, it becomes more manageable. So just sit it right there, let it rest, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all. I got my big rolling pin now, Big Bertha right here. See that? Look at that. Look how she spin. Okay, so I got it floured, and we're about to make this into a perfect rectangle. Okay, so what you do, you start right there in the middle. You go north, south, east, west. Okay, that's your first roll. So there you go. So you go north. Okay. South. Okay. Then I go right here. I go back in the middle. I go east. And I go back in the middle. Then I go west. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do to get this into this perfect square. Okay. Let's go on like that. Okay. And I shape it up. I get it even and shaped up. Okay. I ain't gonna show you this whole process. So let me roll this out to this perfect rectangle. All right, y'all. So after I got all this rolled out, because you want your dough about 1/4 inch. I really can't measure that part of it. Okay, so let me put my rolling pin down. Okay, so I got my ruler. I take my ruler, then I just make sure that everything is even. I gotta say, like that. So see, we got a perfect rectangle. And this is my strip right here, so my ruler right there. And I just take my hand and go like that to make sure that we square. Okay. As you see, this little piece here ain't gonna act right, but that's all right, because you know this here gonna be an end. The end's gonna be the end piece. Okay. All right. Let me go wash my hands. After you wash your hands, so you got that softened butter, put softened butter on your dough instead of melted butter. When your butter softens, the filling is going to stick to it better, okay? So we're going to just take this and we're going to just smear it all on there. You can do it with a pastry brush. I do it with my clean hands because I can feel my perimeter better. This is also, the butter is also what make you have your gooey cinnamon rolls. You want that filling inside to be gooey. So I'm just pretty much taking this stick of butter and I'm gonna do this whole thing, and I'm gonna leave about an inch space at the top. So when you gotta pinch this, you gotta pinch this dough to seal it, okay? So let me do this. See, I'm filling the perimeter. See, a blind person know how. A blind person can do everything y'all do. We might do it different, but I'm pretty sure y'all that can see and that's sighted, I'm pretty sure y'all do this the same way. Well, my cinnamon roll makers, and I'm showing y'all that want to make cinnamon rolls how you do it. Okay, so fill that up with butter. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, after your hands is washed, now you're going to take your filling and you're going to spread it all over this dough. Spread it all on there. Oh, it smells good. I probably use all of it. So and then press it in. Like that, press it. Press it in that filling. Press it in that butter. Okay, and fill this whole square up. Press it in. Yeah, baby. It's gonna be some good stuff right here, Shay. All right, after you got it all on there and pressed in there, go wash your hands again, and we about to roll. All right, my hands is clean. Let's roll. So you want to start with this end right here. Just fold it. Fold it. People always like that centerpiece right here. This is your centerpiece of that cinnamon roll right here. And you want to roll it kind of tight, but not too tight. Because you want the layers to expand in the middle as they second proof. So I got that first roll. Okay, now there I go. I'm gonna just go from left to right, right to left. See, I pull and I tuck. I pull and I tuck. I pull and I tuck. Pull it, because this dough is rising as we working with it. Don't worry about them ends. You're gonna cut them ends off anyway. See that? So you wanna pull and roll. Yeah. This is the easiest way for me to do it. See that? Pull and roll. When I feel that a part of my cinnamon roll is getting thinner than the other part, I just take it and I go like that and I try to even it out like this. Right. So pull and roll. Pull and roll. Okay. Pull and roll. See that? Tell me what a blind man the blind bearded chef can't do. Okay, see, so I roll, see there? So it's completely rolled. I'm at the end of this thing right here, okay? And you see right there, the seams, you want to pinch that. So you want to pinch it. But what I do is, sometimes I can't pinch it, so watch what I do. Watch what I do. I'm about to cut this dough in half and work with it a half at a time. So I'm going to take my bench cutter, because I'm going to cut the rolls with too. And I just find me a centerpiece. So I'll make this the centerpiece right here. So I'm about to take my bench scraper and about to just go down on it. Make sure I'm straight. Go down. Wow. So I just cut it. I'm gonna work with this side, this roll first. So see, I'm gonna take that right there. I can go and take that and I can go and pinch it seal. But sometimes if it don't pinch right, I can just take it and pinch it later. Okay? So let's cut our cinnamon rolls. Okay? And make sure the whole thing is, you see, is rising as we go. So I have to go like this to make sure the dough is evenly as possible. Okay? Be right back. Let me get my pans. Okay, I like to cut them 1.5 inches, sometimes 2 inches. So I got me a piece of cardboard right there that's cut 1.5 inches, and I got some that's cut 2 inches. So I take my piece of cardboard and I put it right there on the edge right there. And then I take my bench cutter, my bench, what you call it, line it up right there. Then I go straight down. And this could be my first cinnamon roll cut right here. So I'll just go down like that. And watch this. Like that. And there go my cinnamon roll. Y'all see that? Then I take the end right here and I just take it and I tuck it underneath. And I place it on the pan right here. That sucker still when I come on. There we go. Put the pan right there. I'm gonna put about 4 in that pan, I reckon. I'm gonna see how they're gonna rise. Okay? All right, there they go cut. There go pan number 1. They got 4 in it. Is these the one I got the rings? I got those in rings, in 5-inch rings, so they're not going to expand out of the rings, so y'all can see them. I got my phone off of the tripod. And this is pan number 2. That's 4 in that one. And this is pan number 3. They got 5 in that one. So it really made 12, but I made 13 because 2 of them cut kind of badly. Not cut right. Oh, they're the end cuts. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. I'm about to wrap them in a bag. I'm going to let them rise for about 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, be right back. Let's make the frosting. All right, I was going to do an Oreo cookie buttercream, but I don't feel like plugging up the mixer, y'all. So we're going to make this a powdered sugar, heavy whipping cream, butter glaze. Yeah, so in this bowl right there, I got about 2 cups of powdered sugar in there. I'm going to pour about a teaspoon of vanilla. Is the vanilla open? Yeah, let me see. Okay. And I'm going to put in there some melted butter. Just about a little bit. Not that much. So I'm just winging this, y'all. I'm just winging it. And we're going to put about a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. Okay. So I'm going to get my spoon. And I'm just going to whip this until I get the consistency that I want. And y'all do the same. Okay. All right, you see that? That's the consistency that I want. I didn't want it too loose and I didn't want it too stiff. Okay. It's time to get our cinnamon rolls out of the oven from proofing. Okay. Okay, y'all, there go pan number 1. Look how they nicely rose. Okay. Here go pan number 2. Look at there. You can tell I cut them all different sizes, huh? I got me and that little cardboard thing wasn't making it. That's pan number 2. And this is pan number 3 with the rings.
See, I got the rings around them. And that way, you put the ring, if you find some 5-inch rings and you put the rings around them, they'll always be 5 inches across. Okay? I got that little one. What that little one? That's the little one right there. That was the end piece. Okay? So, I got my oven preheating on 350, and they're going to go in there between 14 minutes. No, about 20 minutes. I'll let you know the time because I'm baking them in the convection oven. Okay? Let's go get them in the oven. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to tell y'all. Right before you put them in the oven, you take a teaspoon, about a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. Okay? Room temperature heavy whipping cream. And let me see, this one right here. Okay? You take 1 tablespoon and you go over that cinnamon roll with that heavy whipping cream. Okay? All right. All right. Got the first batch out. There was enough for 22 minutes. And there we go. Now I'm going to put the other ones in there. Look how beautiful they are, y'all. I smell the Oreos in them too. All right. Let's go put the rest in. All right. And while they're still warm, you put some of your, let me make sure they're in the camera. Right there. Okay. While they're still warm, you're going to put some of your icing on it. So, did I take a picture of this already? I think I did. Yeah. So, put some icing on it. I'll be right back. All right. I got this pan frosted with Oreo cookie pieces on top. And then on top of the Oreo pieces, I have a little more of the cream. Okay. Now, I'm waiting for the second batch to get out the oven. And I can't wait to taste one with some milk, y'all. All right. Here we go. Oreo cookie cinnamon rolls. All right. There go the second pan out of the oven. And they smell delicious like the first pan. So let me put some frosting on it and some Oreo cookies. Look at that, y'all. Can y'all see that? I showed y'all start to finish how to do this. Y'all better make y'all some cinnamon rolls. All right. All right, there go pan number 2. I got the frosting on it. I'll put an Oreo on top of each one of them. And that little tiny one in the middle, I'll crush some Oreos on top. Okay? I ain't much of a decorator, huh, y'all? All right. There we go. And that's pan number 3 that I had in those rings. See how the rings push the cinnamon roll up? There we go. All right. So there we go. All right, the bandana is off. The blindfold Oreo cookie cinnamon rolls is finished. I got some in the pan right here. I took out the little pans, and I got some right there. And I decided to get me the smallest one right here, with, of course, a glass of milk. I noticed that the ones that I put in the round pan ended up square, and the one I put in the square pans ended up rounded. Okay, so let's get this. Look how soft and tender. Look. Right back. You gotta drink it with milk. Let me just bite this bad boy. Oh, it's so fluffy and soft. Look. Well, y'all see me make it from start to finish. Go make y'all some. Bye, y'all.